This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
What up? It's Interview Style. And as Iris said in our recent discussion of Brokeback Mountain, not enough time. Or what did you say? Are we all done?
I don't want it to be over.
I'm giving Iris this XL bonus, like extra time to gush about Brokeback Mountain. Iris, go.
I wish I could quit it, but I can't. It's so good. I think after our discussion, like a psycho, I went and I watched their reunion scene again after 4 years. Jack Twist says, son of a bitch. But when Ennis comes out of the apartment above the laundry, he says, Jack fucking Twist. And he's so excited, and the look on his face is just to die for. His performance communicates the purest puppy dog happiness emotion. It's so infectious, and just like for one moment, he lets himself feel it. There's so much emotionality even to him tucking in the back of his shirt before he jets out of the apartment because he wants to look his best when he sees the love of his life.
Dude,
it's just
he's hovering at the window. Alma can see it. He's super excited. We're talking no cell phones, no texting, no FaceTime, no email, certainly no photographs in the mail with those postcards or whatever. Nothing for 4 years. When they partied, he's like, well, I guess I'll see you around, and like walked away, and Jack like aggressively drives the pickup right in front of him and heads down the road.
Yeah, couldn't even give him a lift.
No, see, exactly. I thought you were still sore over that punch. And Jack's like, you stupid. Nothing for 4 years. They didn't know where they stood, and they didn't realize, I think, how they felt, or at least Ennis didn't, until he was faced with the opportunity to see Jack again, and was very excited and very passionate. Yeah, I see what you're saying. A great moment. Would you say that Brokeback Mountain is your favorite movie?
Like of all time? No,
Yep.
It's too sad for that.
What would you say is your favorite movie?
We've discussed this at orwhatevermovies.com or wherever you get podcasts.
Are you ashamed to admit it?
It's just not a movie lover's movie, which is why I'm a little embarrassed.
Which is what?
Because it's a popcorn movie, and it was the biggest movie, is possibly still the biggest movie of all time. Like, it just seems too obvious, kind of pedestrian, like I haven't really thought it through. But there was never a movie where I was more well-positioned, more impressionable to receive it, and that is Titanic.
How does Brokeback Mountain take directly from Titanic in what I guess could be considered an homage?
I don't know. You tell me. Because these two men are heading toward a giant iceberg?
Wow. No, the giant mountain that threatens to destroy them?
Yeah.
The poster for Brokeback Mountain was directly inspired by Titanic.
Look at that. That one sheet for Titanic, though, is also strangely Jaws. Like if Kate Winslet was naked. It'd basically be Jaws.
If there were poster quotes for interview styles.
Right, though? It's because it's the star-crossed lovers juxtaposition thing. It's basically Titanic with cowboy hats.
Man, that's what you should put on the interview style poster for this episode. You remember the end scene, almost the end scene, where Ennis gets the postcard, spoiler, and then calls Lorene? I just want to call, see what happened. Does Lorene know what happened to Jack?
Yeah.
So you think she's deliberately telling Ennis a fiction about shame or whatever?
Well, I don't think Lorene's ashamed, no. Lorene is too far gone at that point to be ashamed. I think that she tells him a coded message because everything is encoded in this film. Lorene and Ennis both know exactly what she's talking about. Now, that being said, it's very possible that Ennis is projecting his own worst fear and to some extent his experience, like with his dad, onto Lorene's story. It's really possible, and it's open-ended both in the film and in the short story.
Very interesting. Had not considered that is not actually what happened. In fact, that would be convenient if that were what happened, right? Like the thing that Ennis saw, which prohibited him from going headlong into this thing with Jack, happened to Jack. The same thing that Ennis witnessed as a child or witnessed the aftermath. That is a little bit convenient.
It would be. Convenient for our story, but not unrealistic. You know, there is and was a legitimate fear, right, of coming out and the consequences. Yep. Poor Jack.
So what you said, I asked you why you liked Brokeback Mountain, and you said that their love story was idyllic in this serene, gorgeous backdrop of Brokeback Mountain, which I think was in Montana, right? Or at least I think that was
Wyoming.
You said it was filmed in Canada, Wyoming. You said it was filmed in Canada.
Canadian Rockies, yeah.
I mean, and it was beautiful, and it really helps that they weren't. I mean, one time they were in a dog shit motel or something, and it was all seedy or whatever, like the East Side Motel.
Right.
But for the most part, when they met, they were in nature and beauty and solitude, and they got to have their beautiful solitude in nature.
Yeah, it's a little bit like what love could look like if it existed in a bubble.
Do you think that bubble was sustainable? Jack Twist says in no uncertain terms, it could be like this, always like this. If only you would leave your wife and family, which he was perfectly content to do. It was a little bit harder for Ennis, but then he lost his wife and family, basically, because of Jack. Well, that's what he said. He blamed it on Jack during that outburst. We talked about in another interview style, Burgess of Madison County, briefly, but what she says in that movie, spoiler, is that what she and the other person have would not have lasted. It could not have been sustained outside of Madison County. Mm-hmm. Could it have been like that always?
Could Jack and Rose really, realistically, conceivably had a future? Would her family ever have let her go? Could she ever have adapted to Jack's lifestyle?
Number one, his name is Ennis, and he stemmed Jack's Rose.
It's almost like they were better off, because it is Rose's story, and he sets her free and saves her in every way that she can be saved. It's Rose's story, and she isn't necessarily worse off than Jack died, which is a weird thing to say. But she
did the roller coaster and the horses on the beach and had lots of babies.
This is what I'm saying. And could their relationship have been sustained? Could Jack Twist and Ennis's relationship have been sustained? I mean, yeah, I guess they could have been the two tough birds or whatever on the ranch, and lived in relative isolation. But it's not like they could have ever kept their love truly a secret. And would they have come for them eventually? I don't know, maybe. But they could have had those 20 years together. They could have had more of the time that they so enjoyed together. Jack could have missed him less so much that it hurt.
If you're cutting yourself loose of those commitments, those entanglements, yes, he loves Elma Jr., yes, he loves Jenny. I'm sure that Jack loved his little boy. They would have been fine. Monroe was a perfectly good dad to presumably Ennis's kids. You know what sits really close to the Central Valley of California, where there are lots of ranches and all kinds of stuff like that?
What, Yosemite?
San Francisco.
Oh.
San Francisco. Stuff was happening in San Francisco. What did he say? You ever go on the sidewalk down on the pavement and people look at you and you just think they know? and then you look around and you think maybe everyone knows? You know what? Not in California. Not in San Francisco. There are places, but maybe they were so down-homed, maybe they were so cowboy that they couldn't see it.
Yes. Ennis never traveled more than around a coffee pot looking for the handle.
That is not his fault. Jack's pickup, he made it 18 hours. They could have made it from Wyoming or Texas to California, is all I'm saying. What was it? What did Dr. King Schultz say at the very beginning of Django Unchained? Or you can put a bullet in him and make your way to a more enlightened area of this country. Just go. to a place where you're not in constant danger every freaking day. Just the problems, the California perspective problems.
Where were you? Where were you,
Brokeback
Wes?
Mountain.
Where were you when Jack and Ennis needed you?
In 74?
Or in 68 or whenever, 60 whatever when they first met.
I was in Dad's balls, deep in the north of Chicago. Actually, where does my identity lie? Originally, was it in Mom's eggs in East L.A.?
Well, I mean, technically, Dad made you a boy, but all of the things came from Mom.
Okay, then I was in East L.A. I was born, no, I wasn't, but I was born near East L.A. That was a Born in East L.A. reference, which you would know if you were older or, watched movies. Anyway, I wanted to give you your opportunity to continue to gush about this movie because you were all sad when I tried to keep it to a respectable runtime. The runtime for these episodes, which you established, by the way. I hope you feel justified and that you had your time.
Anytime, Wes.
Vindicated.
Anytime you want to talk about Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, yeah? We should alternate interview styles on a weekly basis of Brokeback and Top Gun Maverick.
We've talked about revisiting Top Gun Maverick.
And we should in a future interview style, but not today. Thanks for playing. Love you. Goodbye.
Ever thought about starting your own podcast?
Do you have a business or a message you want to share with the world?
Well, now it's easier than ever with Electricast. Hi, I'm Mark Netter.
And I'm Peter Rafelson. We're the founders of Electricast Media.
Whether you want to start a new podcast or already have one, join Electricast to grow your audience, monetize your content, and build your community.
With our simple sign-up, you get free promotion, world-class analytics, premium ads, and personal support.
Go to electricast.com and join our community today.
Electricast. Transform your influence.
Electricast.